How to talk to your therapist with social anxiety. Do you have a therapist and when you go to him, he does all the talking and you just sit there and nod your head? Well, and he does most of the talking. Well, let's look at the facts. Number one, this therapy room is gonna be the most tranquil room you can get to practice in, to social skills, to focus, to eliminate all distractions. Any distractions that are like would be present in a real social situation. You're focusing on one person, basically. And number two is therapist-patient confidentiality, which, in case you were embarrassed, anything would get out. The therapist isn't allowed to tell anyone unless you're a danger to others. So, with those two facts, you know that this is your best chance of ever socializing, and if you don't do it here, then that's pretty much it. So you have to practice. So here's what you should make sure you do. Each therapy session, you should set a goal to ask at least one question each therapy session to benefit, to learn upon, to benefit learning about any way you can do to improve your lifestyle and to organize your thoughts so that you should make your goal is one question each therapy session. That way, each therapy session, you're socializing and you're learning each time. And once you get that down pat, you can start making statements after that. And once you feel comfortable talking to your therapist, you can move up step by step, talking to different people to socialize, where you won't feel comfortable, but you have to take the risk, the uncomfortable risk of the first step, and then once you do that, that's your checkpoint, and then you move on to the next step, and you just risk more each time, step by step. And the third fact you should know is that which therapist do you have? You need the kind of therapist that specializes in social phobia. But those are hard to find. I couldn't find one. I had to settle for this other guy that hasn't really taught me anything or hasn't done any socializing like activities. He's helped me get organized my time and stuff, and like not argue with my mom. But as far as social anxiety goes, he hasn't really hit on that topic yet, and that's the main topic we're supposed to cover. And going on probably my 8th therapist session by now. But the kind of therapist you need is more easily available in bigger cities. But if you can't find one, if you can't just type in social anxiety therapist and your city into Google and you can't find anything, then you're just gonna have to settle like I did. And the therapist isn't really helping all that much. So if your therapist isn't helping that much on what you wanted him to help you with, then you have to ask the question how to socialize or stuff like that. Just a 3-word question. You ask him, he'll give you at least some coping mechanisms. So that's what I'm gonna go back next time. I'm gonna ask how to fix social anxiety. 5-word question. And then you should fill your head with the answer for the next for the 40-minute session. That's what I'm gonna do next time. But if you don't ask the question, how does your therapist know what to cover? So you have to ask one question and think about the question ahead of time, so that when you organize your thoughts, when you're there and your social anxiety is making all your thoughts run rampant and you can't, and he asks you, what would you like me to talk about today? And your head just goes crazy with all the thoughts. You get bombarded. You can't really think of how to word the question. So plan the question out ahead of time. But this is what mine is going to be, quote, how to fix social anxiety, unquote. 5-word question. So brainstorm what question you want to ask ahead of time, and months. You're gonna have to settle. I guess that's all for now. Okay, see ya.